Now, this is a story as old as time, and it has happened more than a dozen times to the point where it's becoming a pattern. You have a video game coming up, and it has a level of fan service. Whether it's in the trailer or in this situation, it's in the beta. The level of fan service is not out of the ordinary. Like, it's not something that the gaming industry hasn't seen up until now. It's just like, a girl wearing panties, which it's quite traditional. It's quite classic for an anime. And then the game comes out, and you notice that they decide to censor the panties. And then you have a group of people on Blue Sky, usually degenerates like furries and other people, and they're applauding the decision. Like, they're cheering it, they're glorifying the corporation. They're finally waving the Japanese flag and saying that much progress has been done. The world is finally moving forward. The economy is going to be healed. People are going to go back to church. Everyone is going to become queer. And you have to wonder, like, what the fuck is going on? Right? Like, has society absolutely lost its marbles? Like, are we looking at something that was for entertainment and now we're treating it like it's something about human progress and achievement? Okay, let's actually discuss what's happening here. So, why would the company choose this path? Well, there could be a plethora of reasons, and different companies are doing it for different things. The first one may be due to the ESRB rating, right? And so, many platforms and many advertisers and many shareholders, when they fund the game, they may look at the ESRB and they may say, okay, we don't want a game that's rated M for mature. We wanted a game that's rated E for everyone because it increases the sales. And so they may have consultants, or they may have like people that they hire, and they basically say, look, if you're shipping like this, you will not get past the ESRB. And so they have to make the changes, right? They have to censor in order to fit the ESRB rating, and it's a financial decision. They basically say that the number of people that will still play despite the censorship is big enough to justify the censorship. Another reason may actually be that when Japanese people are selling to the West, they care about streaming platforms. So they care about Twitch's TOS. And so Twitch's TOS is a little bit fickly, because once you release the game, you cannot make these decisions. If Twitch decides to ban your game, then you lose a lot of money that you could have gained from publicity. So they hire consultants, right? Like, they hire Western consultants, usually feminists, which are, like the blue-haired, sporting nose rings, those types of man-hating feminists. And they hire them because those are the people that also work at Twitch Trust and Safety. And so those people genuinely, unironically feel threatened by the drawing. And so they want to censor the drawing, right? And this is why you have certain cases where the game shows a trailer, it shows a beta, it has something that most people don't even think about, and then it gets censored. It's because of those activist groups. Another reason that they can do it is that they're very well aware that they're not going to be able to ship the game like this, and they just do a bait and switch. Like, they flat out lie to the public. They're basically showing, this game is going to have fan service. People get invested in it, people like it, they try it, and then they censor and they do the bait and switch. And this is why I think, the community hates them the most. If the game would release like this from the beginning, literally no one would have a problem. But when the game releases like this, and then they do the bait and switch, it feels like the company is manipulative. It feels that the company is disingenuous. It feels that the company is willing to try and trick the customer rather than treat the customer as an adult. And this is where you have, the whole Twitter culture war, right? Adults genuinely do not like being tricked. It doesn't matter what you trick them with, right? If you're going to show that this is the product, and then you decide to switch, people are going to be pissed off, right? Especially when they notice a pattern. And they go online, and I don't even know who this character is, if she's underage or not, but usually it's in the lore, in the Wikipedia, she's 17 or some shit, and people are like, oh my goodness, you're a pedophile for wanting this. And it's completely misunderstanding the argument. People just want companies to stop lying to them, right? And also, if the character looked like this in the anime, and it was fine for 2 decades, the idea of, forcing a change, yeah, definitely upsets some people, because, it imposes, no, for 2 decades, everyone was wrong, and you're probably a pedophile for watching the anime. Even though, like, you probably didn't even think about it, like, from the universe of the anime, this was considered normal. And now all of a sudden, you have to pretend that the person is mentally deranged for not wanting the anime authenticity. Like, to explain it differently, it's like a person growing up with slasher films, right? Where you have, like, Freddy Krueger or Jason Voorhees or shit like that, and you're enjoying watching that. And all of a sudden, like, the culture shifts, and it's basically claiming that people that enjoy those movies are mentally deranged. And those movies can still exist, but you have to remove all of the blood and gore and the thing that made slasher thriller films, you know? And so you have, like, people upset on social media, and this generates buzz, this generates marketing, it causes the game to trend, and now more people are aware of it. The thing is, though, I don't see, like, an increase in sales despite this. Like, usually now, people are becoming, like, vegans in the way that they consume culture. And the people that are glorifying this and they're happy about the censorship, they're not buying the game. Like, the number is, like, you will see people that say, oh, yes, this is really good, this is great, you know, like, finally, Japan is going in the right direction. They're not actually buying this, you know? Usually, most of them are furries, like, they still buy their furry stuff, they still buy their, whatever, you know, queer game that's coming up from the West. They're not interested in this at all. Meanwhile, there are people now who, don't really care about how the character looks. Like, what they care about is if there's censorship. And if there's censorship, again, they're like vegans that just flat out refuse to buy the product containing meat. It doesn't matter how good the game is, it doesn't matter anything about the gameplay or whatnot. Like, they're making an ideological statement, and they just choose to flat out not buy the game because of this, right? And by the way, like, this isn't as bad as Nier Automata. Again, I checked it out, like, apparently the character is over the age of 18, so, again, it's really weird. I do think, like, it has to do with the ESRB rating, and if the character is under 18, like, wouldn't it just be easier to localize it, and to just claim that it's 18, and then you fucking go, like, as long as the character has, like, actual feminine proportions, like, it shouldn't trigger any type of censorship, if you just claim that, no, look, the character is an adult female in our game, like, she's over 18, like, we follow Californian laws. Okay, we don't go by the laws of any other state or country on earth. No, it's California law. She's over 18. Shut the fuck up. Like, this is the correct way that they could localize something like this, but yeah. And not to mention, again, like, it's not even actual pornographic, right? Like, she's not having sex or anything like that. It's just, like, a normal design that's culturally Japanese, like, attached to anime, attached to fan service, the same way that violence and gore is attached to South Park and Rick and Morty. Right? Like, if I watch South Park or I watch Rick and Morty, like, I do expect to see levels of gore, violence, and toilet humor. Because, like, that's what the thing is renowned for. Like, that's the staple of the IP. And so, if I watch anime, yes, I absolutely do expect to see fan service that's well-drawn, that makes it look like the fat thighs, the thunderous thighs come off the screen. And I want to see that a Japanese artist slaved and worked really hard in order to put a product that wants my money off of it. But still, again, like, this is not really that weird. Like, if you play Mass Effect or even World of Warcraft, I think, like, the Night Elves in World of Warcraft even have more nudity attached to them. But yeah, like, the thing is, like, if it was released in the game as this in the beginning, no one would have complained. And for the people that are complaining, oh, well, you know, like, she's 17, it's like, okay, so you're saying, like, this is fine? Like, if she's 17 and she's dressed like this, it's fine in a video game that's played by adult men? Is this fine? And by the way, like, what are teenagers supposed to play? Like, are teenagers supposed to play with characters that look 35? It's kind of weird, like, you're a teenager, you can go into a nightclub, and you can probably see a lot more than this shit, but, like, in a video game, heaven forbid, right? In my opinion, it's just, like, sparking a controversy where there isn't one. It's literally that. It's just, like, people enjoying going online and dunking on each other, like, trying to own someone else from a different group with facts and logic. But in reality, it's just that the entertainment industry has been co-opted by representation and regulation. Like, this is the actual issue. In the West, you just cannot make up stories anymore. I mean, I even seen Game of Thrones being criticized because it has incest in it, right? So it's not about creating something and allowing the human imagination to run wild. Because, like, by the way, like, this is art. Like, managing to draw something like this and you know, reaching this level of detail, not many people can pull it off. But in the West, you can't do this anymore. Like, everything is corporate, everything is about making money. There's no thing like, oh, you're creating art for the sake of art, or you're creating something and you want people to look at it with wonder. No, it's literally about regulating things out of existence. And so this is why Marvel has managed to drop in sales. This is why Disney is not able to put on a film that's actually wonderful like they used to. This is why the video gaming industry in the West is falling down. And now apparently the same regulations are going to come to Japan. It is what it is. I guess it's the victim of being successful, isn't it? Right? No, it's interesting though, right? Like, the West used to create entertainment by over-the-top gore and violence. Japan used to create entertainment by just going with fan service. And Western feminists basically say that, no, like, fan service is rape culture. And people genuinely believe now. It's like, okay, well, if you have a cartoon character, you should subject it exactly the same as if it was a real porn actress. You know, ask for their ID, regulate it, making sure that certain themes aren't acceptable. And yeah, I don't know. We'll see how they actually perform in sales, because I see a lot of people already being upset about this decision. And again, the reason people are upset is because they feel cheated. They feel that the company is aware, and they released this initially trying to bait and switch. And a lot of people do not tolerate this anymore after seeing that this is now apparent. This is an industry standard, right? Like, if you're a company with morals, just release like this from the beginning. If you're a company without morals, then release like this. But don't pretend you're a company with morals while, you know, releasing something for Gunnar bait and then deciding to censor, because that's not okay. Let me know what you guys think, though. And as usual, I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.